Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and those who are neither, wherever you are in the world. I'm Rambling Rusty Elm, and this is Rambling with Rusty. For the last few episodes on Rambling with Rusty, we've been working on leveling up our secondary classes for gathering and crafting. But today we are returning to the story quest line, the MSQs, and we are headed down to, I forget the name of the inn, but we're headed to pick up the next quest. So without further ado, let's get back into this. Let's see, where is... What's supposed to be there? Something is supposed to be there. No. Okay, apparently he won't come here. Scion of the Seventh Dawn. Welcome back, Rusty. Ladyman Filio awaits you within. Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know why the recruitment officer called to... Wow. The recruitment officer called to regale me with tales of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Rusty. Now, when last we spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some friends, did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you have already met Taturu. Please show them in. Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. This is Biggs and Smalls. But I don't think we've properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. And I'm God's man. Spit it out, will you? Wedge, at your service. Biggs and Wedge. That's a Star Wars reference. Wow. I'm pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airships grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we needed the knowledge of experts, and so we requested the assistance of Gorland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea, and I count myself blessed to have been given the chance to stand with you all and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness. Quest complete. Okay, well, let's go see what she wants then.
Now, having set aside the formalities, we have a favor to ask of you. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin at Popolimo, Ida, a synopsis if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like glycerines, floating ones, that worship the primal Ramu.
Though technically a beast tribe, Sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the Sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained. Until such time as we know, it would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
In short, it is essential that we approach the Sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the Sylphs' favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us?
I think, Minfilia, you may have the wrong warrior.
I am grateful.
I am not a very good diplomat.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods. Ida and Popolimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfilia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
Us, Ida, us!
Okay. Well, I guess we're going back to Gridania. Gridania. Let's see, the otter's nest. That is definitely in Gridania. So let's look at the map for. Okay. Oh, and let's do it this way. Travel map. World map. Black Shroud. Settle on Gridania. Yep. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and just hit return. Travel for free and fast. You do not have that item. Where is my mountain? Chocobo whistle, small handcart whistle. Unsellable marked is prohibited. Okay, apparently I broke my whistle. Let's try. Let's see, actions and traits. Actions. I don't see. General. Report, turn, jump, attack target, target forward. Minion roulette. Mount, dismount. Okay, apparently I cannot summon my chocobo because I don't have the right stuff. Well, that's kind of redundant. Why give me a mount if I can't call it? I think I need to go back this way. We know far too little of the Sylphs to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon the Scions once more if we are to... beg pardon. 'Tis a terrible habit of mine to think aloud. But tell me, what brings you to Otter's Nest? We come in peace, I guess. Well, if it's not Private Elm, reporting for duty, that's the zeal I like to see from an enterprising young serpent. Morning, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today. Yida and Papalimo, always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me you quest in the name of the Scions of late. Quite so, Commander. A little bird told us that the Twin Otter was in need of our adventuring prowess. Aye, your little bird sang true. No doubt you've heard that we're investigating the Sylphs, that curious beast tribe that calls the depths of the Twelve's Wood home. The Sylphs are for the most part a peaceable bunch, much to the delight of the elder Seed Seer, who has no desire to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. The Twin Otter is of the same mind, and it is precisely for this reason that the Sylph's relation to the primal Ramut has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they may appear, Beastmen will be Beastmen. Should there be even a sliver of a chance that the summoning of the primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes, it is a possibility we cannot ignore. Better to be safe than sorry indeed. Do we strike at Ruma or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question. Yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions bound within Gridania, but to listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistakes a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. Wow. That is where you Scions come in. The Sylph of Little Solace remain untempered and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear their candid thoughts on their tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bear little resemblance to our own. It would not do to have any cross-cultural fox pass get in the way of productive parley. En route to Little Solace, you will come upon the Hawthorne Hut. Our officer stationed there can enlighten you as to how to win the Sylph's favor. May your expedition be a worthwhile one. Excellent. A friendly palaver with the Sylphs. This should be a pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorne Hut, was it? Why, I believe that ferry departing from West Shore Pier should take us straight there. Friendly palaver indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say. Okay, well. Let's look at the map. The ferry. Okay, so that means I need to go up this way somewhere. Alright, the ferry docked at the base of this hill will carry you across the lake to the East Shroud. Once you're ashore, head due east and you should find Hawthorne Hut without much trouble. Okay, apparently I need to talk to the ferry skipper. Okay. I want to go to the East Shroud. Can be into the bramble patch and the 9 lives. Yeah, no, I could have gotten here. Wow, okay. Due east, it says. Okay, well, yeah, that's that. And now we can just head on over here. Indeed, I am Ameline of Twin Otter. I understand you're here to learn of the Sylphic. Yes, for all their whimsy, they are a wary lot, particularly since the Empire has come to the Shroud. Earn their trust, however, and they're as friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we all. Would you know more? If you'd be well to speak to the master of this hut, Rolfie. He's forgotten more about the Sylphs than I'll ever know. Come to learn a thing or two about the Sylphs, have you? I'll tell you one thing, they're peculiar folk. How peculiar, you ask? Well, just let me tell you. Beg pardon, friend, my memory just not what it used to be. I've seen much more in my adventuring days, and it's all a clutter in my noggin now. Though I've shared my stories with those around the hut before, you might have more luck with them. Hearing the tales of Rolfie visiting adventurers tell, I can't help wondering if I'd picked the right path in life. Just once I'd be grand to sail the seas on a proud galley and spy the towers of the distant city glowing golden in the rays of the morning sun. Well, a man can dream. No. Okay, I'm already... Sylphs. Invertrain tricksters and troublemakers, that's what they are. One day they're drawing marble faces on our masts, the next they're sending our sentries falling to the bottom of a ravine. Tell them to stop and they just laugh at you. Rolfie claims they harbor no ill will, but I dare say such pranks are no laughing matter. The quickest way to a quiver woman's heart might be through her stomach, but don't even think of trying to push your foodstuffs on the Sylph. They sustain themselves simply by bathing in the sun. I'm guessing I'm supposed to... No, he's got the wrong emblem. Ah. Isabel. The Sylphs, yes, Father's told me his stories plenty of times. What I've always found most captivating is how their concept of etiquette is almost completely alien to our own. You'd do best not to underestimate them on account of their childlike looks, lest you end up a mess of glyphs, squiggles, and chocobo scratches. Tee hee. Oh, of course. Hearing your stories, well, my stories has brought the memories flooding back to me. I feel like dancing. Yes, nothing brings people together quite like a little toe tapping. A Sylph told me long ago that dancing is a time-honored greeting among their kind. You'd do well to remember this. It just may help win favor. Okay. Oh, still here, eh? Great. There's one more thing you should know about the Sylphs. They don't take kindly to guests who show up empty-handed. To earn their trust, you do well to bring along a... What was it again? And my wife, Rosa, and I were just speaking of the matter not days ago. Forgive me, friend. Speak to Rosa. Okay, now I gotta go track down this Rosa character. Peace offering for the Sylphs. Or to anyone else, I'd recommend a jar of honey, but I fear that wouldn't get you past your front doorstep. No, their taste run more to the unusual. Milk root. That's what we call the root of the most fiendish seedkin, the Ochu. When chewed, it exudes a cloudy liquid that's said to induce curious visions in the imbiber. You'd not catch me dead trying the stuff, but the Sylphs seem to enjoy it to no end. I've not seen an Oku around the comb in quite some time, but I did encounter a suspicious clump of grass the other day. We're used to stimulate it somehow with some of this amber syrup, for example. You might be surprised what comes out. Okay, present the milk root to Rolf and Hawthorne. So now, back to Hawthorne. You're back, because of my wife. Able to direct you. Milk root. But of course, those Sylphs quaff that cloudy stuff as quick as I do a flagon of mead. The effect's just about the same as well. Any road, a gift of milk root will have the Sylphs calling you friend and brother the moment they lay eyes on it. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay, I've taken the liberty of wrapping your milk root well and good. This should keep it nice and fresh. Not to mention spare for you from the god's awful stench. The Sylphs love the stuff, but me, I'd rather bury my nose in chocobo dung. I dare say the reek even rivals the breath of the morble that put an end to my adventuring days. But I can tell you that story another time. You've more important matters to attend to today. Yes, the Sylphs are the eccentric bunch, but I've shared their company enough to know they're kind at heart. May your parlay be a fruitful one, friend, and do stop by on your return. There's a flagon of full flower mead with your name on it, if you regale me with your adventuring tales. Oh, and before I forget, don't go traipsing off just yet. Emmeline here would have a word with you. Okay, Emmeline, what do you got? Good to see your knowledge of Sylphic culture is mastered. I see no reason to delay your mission further. Upon your arrival at Little Solace, seek out a young Sylph by the name of Camuxio. He has served as an intermediary between our peoples on many an occasion and has the close ear of his tribe's elder. I see that Hawthorne has furnished you with some of that malodorous root the Sylphs so adore. I have something far greater importance for you to deliver. A missive from the elder Seer herself. To summarize the letter's contents in brief, it vouches for the integrity of our envoy, that would be you, and restates Gridania's desire to maintain a harmonious relationship with our long-standing friends in the forest. War with the XL has taken a toll on our resources. We can ill afford to get mired in another conflict. I need not impress upon you any further the importance of this mission. May the 12 see you return with good tidings. Hey, I finally get to actually get on with the mission. Walking one is not familiar to this one. This one does not trust strange walking ones. Strange dancing ones might be different story. Okay, now it says Flash Dance. This one would welcome walking one who moves like these ones. If walking one would talk to this one will answer. This one's busy one. So walking one should speak. Quick tongue. Farm dance for Kamuka. Deliver the milk route. Walking one brings milk root. Milk root fills this one with great joy. This one gives thanks. Many, many thanks. Walking one carries message for Elder One. This one will deliver the message to Elder One. Walking one should not worry. Hello there, we're envoys from Gridania, and we're here to treat with your people. We come to pay our respects and to learn from him more of your Lord Ramu. Who are these ones? These walking ones come from Gridania. Walking one become a dancing one and brought milk root, but walking one tricks this one. This one does not like tricks. This one will speak no more. Elder one is busy. Walking one should go home. Go home, you say? But the Sylphs of Little Solace have always welcomed Gridanian envoys with open wings. The letter carried by Rusty here is an oath of peace penned by the Elder Seatsier herself. Still you would refuse us. This one's reasons are no business of Walking One's. Elder One has no words for Gridania. Walking One's waste everyone's time. Well, I never. Turned away at the gates. Whatever did we do to deserve such a rude welcome? I'm baffled as you, but something tells me recent events have our erstwhile fluttery friends feeling uncommonly wary. Or maybe it's just how rude you were. Now I have to run around and have a bunch of conversations. Say, Rusty, are you in the mood for dancing? That's right, dancing. You went through the trouble to learn the Sylph traditional greeting, but you've greeted hardly any of them. Why, if I were a Sylph, I'd be beside myself with delight to see an adventurer expressing an interest in my culture. Me, of course, I'd be happy to join. Ow, ow. Here go those bloody leg cramps of mine acting up again. Ooh, walking one knows jolly dance. Jolly dance fills this one with good cheer. Let these two be friends. Walking one would be friends to this one. This one is overjoyed, but this one keeps the ways of the weaving a secret. Even if walking one learned the secret, walking one could not weave the same way. Walking one is friend to this one's friendly, like gracious elder one of Forest City, knows how to dance into this one's hearts. Rusty, would you like to hear the good news or the better news? The good news is that your lovely dancing has brought smiles, high spirits to all of the little Solace. Better news, why I've thoroughly recovered from those accursed leg cramps. Of course you have. Rusty, as an adventurer, you're no stranger to helping distressed folk, I'd wager. Tales of good deeds are quick to spread. The adventurer who comes to the aid of the local populace can go from stranger to hero overnight. No doubt you see what I'm getting at. The Sylphs who make their home in Little Solace do so having been driven from their woodland home. Surely they have their fair share of troubles. Seek out troubled Sylphs and see what can be done to ease their worries. That said, the Sylphs are not known to share their worries with outsiders. You would be better off inquiring with Hearer Immediate of the Gridanians who reside here. She is most likely to be privy to the Sylphs' trouble. Praise be to the elementals. I cannot express how happy I am to see an adventurer with truly gentle heart. The Sylphs of Little Solace are solely in need of aid. Pray hear me out. Being a temporary settlement, Little Solace wants for amenities, not least a stout set of defenses. Consequently, beasts from malms around are free to wander in and terrorize the residents. The Zizgorlins and Galgate gnats that roam these parts are especially troublesome. Slay one of each. Furthermore, gather 3 brownie brushes as well. They play an important role in Sylphic culture. I do not claim to know the details. And why is there a freaking motorcycle running around in my game? Ugh. And with such feral beasts prowling the forests, they are not easily come by. When you are done with the deed, seek out Kumuxio. He is slow to warm to outsiders, but your good intentions will not be lost on him. I need to be out here. Ah. I need all that. I need to find that. Nope, didn't do that good. What level is he? Level 20. So apparently, if I choose to wait, I'm choosing to wait for somebody to actually resurrect. Okay. What's with all the people with umbrellas? Jeez. Okay, I want to... Shield Bob, provoke. Okay, now I need to go down here and go that way. Dancing One is still here. Dancing One can dance all night. This one's trust is not so easily earned. Dancing One brings Brownie Brush for this one. This one can dye thread once more. This one is pleased. Dancing One kills Bitey Buzzy One. This one hates Bitey Buzzy. Hates Bitey Buzzy. Dancing One is kind. Too kind. Many walking ones come to these ones' abodes, but few are friendly like Dancing One. Perhaps this one was wrong not to trust Dancing One after all. Why am I in the middle of a fate? Many walking ones come to these ones. This one asks Dancing One for forgiveness. These ones have many troubles since walking ones last came to our abode. Must be careful. Dancing One is not like the other walking ones. This one can trust Dancing One. This one would ask Dancing One for help. Strange walking ones with bodies of steel come to the home of these ones. This one thinks steel comes from Empire. Where Empire goes, many living ones become dead ones. Trees fall, bushes burn. These ones' homes is in danger. This one begs Dancing One to help. This one no more. Dancing One is friends with these ones and walking ones. Yes, Dancing One must speak to these ones here and walking ones in Hut House. Find out more. This one has bad feeling. This one fears. Steel ones are after something, but this one should speak no more. Go, dancing one. This one depends on kindness of dancing one. Where am I supposed? This way. Okay. Shush shush. This one says steel walking ones are scary, like touched ones. This one hates scary. Scary ones are scary friends. Okay. No. I see emblems back here. Strange steel walking ones. Just this one is seen. Steel walking ones carry big boxes. Maybe walking ones hunt for shiny treasure. This one likes treasure. Men clad in strange armor. Why, now that you mention it, I did see some suspicious types of late. They were gathering deep in the forest. I simply assumed they were adventurers. Victor. Fearsome types, clad head to toe in steel, you say. Imperial soldiers, no doubt. I couldn't tell you what they're plotting, but I'm sure it's nothing good. Speak with Kwamako. Now I gotta go all the fucking way back over there. Wow. Oh. All these fates and I'm 6 or more levels above. This one is happy to see Dancing One return. What did Dancing One learn? This one sees steel walking ones come from Empire, carry boxes, go walk deep. As this one thought, steel walking ones are up to nasty, no good things. This one knows forest well. Steel walking ones try to hide. This one would borrow dancing one's map. This one makes mark. Here. Search for clues in the forest. Ah, there it is. Now we got a giant box. Deliver quartermaster's log to Kamaturo. Okay, so now we go back over here. Yes, I don't want to be a part of your damn fate. Why would you put a fate right on top of this? Jeez. Dancing one is back. This one breathes a sigh of relief. This one is worried. Dancing one found something. Dancing one found paper inside box. This one can read walking one's symbols. Message paper has names of food and rocks. Food and rocks were inside boxes. This one knows. Does not understand. Food and rocks mentioned all come from home of these ones. How do steel walking ones know to find them? Is there a sneaky one hiding behind this one's wings? Snooping one selling secrets to steel walking ones. This one fears, but this one's home. High potion ether. Let's go with a high potion complete. How are we doing? Oh, it looks like we are at the end. Helpful one arrives at a good time. This one needs helpful one's help. One of these ones named Claxio ventured outside little Solace alone. Alone is unsafe. Helpful one must find Claxio. Claxio struck west after leaving the settlement. Hurry before Claxio ends up in the belly of Beastie One. Struck east, so that way. Right? No. That way. Come on. Glaxio, there you are. What? Walking one wants this one to return to little Sylphs. Don't make this one laugh. This one is wary of living with those who are not these ones. This one wants to be alone. These ones rely on walking ones for everything, no better than those ones that summoned a primal one. Small wonder this one chose to leave. This one thought this a likely place to build a home, but then Meddling One arrives. Forces this one to go deeper into the forest. Meddling One is forbidden from following this one. Away with Meddling One. Yeah, brother. Well, Clexio refused to return and went deeper into the forest. This one saw touched ones lurking in the forest. Hopeful One must hurry. Hurry and find Clexio. Hopeful One should search the spool for spools of thread in the forest floor. Those things will lead Hopeful One to Clexio. But hurry, hurry, before touched ones take Clexio away. Well, we are out of time, ladies and gentlemen, so we will have to come back to this next time on Rambling with Rusty. Until then, I'm Rambling Rusty Elm. Have a good night, and don't forget to stop and smell the roses.